Hello my friends and welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. The channel where I like to talk about the good, the bad, the properties and all we have to know about Italy. I usually make a daily video. So let's start with today's video, which is expat expectations. So I'm going to read a post and then I'm going to read also all the comments, most of the comments under this post. Generally, I pick a post that could have interesting information for people who would like to relocate or to buy a property in Italy. The group is called Expats Living in Italy. So then what else I can say? Please put like and subscribe if you like my channel. It takes 2 seconds and it doesn't cost anything. And then please join my Facebook group, which I have opened recently. It's called Italy, a place to love, where I like the idea to share as much information as possible, and the idea also to let the people connect each other in case they need help or they want to know as much as possible about the life in Italy. All right, so now let's start reading the post and then we're going down deep into the comment section. So my husband and I are planning a trip to Italy in September, looking for a guidance on where to start with finding properties and expat life. We don't speak Italian. Is this an issue? We are Australian. Can we buy a property? Now, let's read the comment 1 second. So they are planning a trip in September. So I'm gonna wish them a lovely trip. Now, they don't say where about, but anyway, looking for a guidance on where to start finding properties and expat life. So they're also looking for a place with an expat community. They don't speak Italian. They're asking if it's an issue. We'll see later down when we're gonna read the comments. And then we are Australian, can we buy a property? Now, I don't know much about this, but I know there are some issues for Canadians and Australians who would like to buy a property in Italy. So let's read the comments and let's see what people are saying, if they're allowed, if they're not allowed. All right, so the first comment comes from the owner of the group, Expats Living in Rome. They have 2 groups, which I highly recommend to join. Expats Living in Italy and Expats Living in Rome, on top of joining Italy, a place to love. So we can guide you through the entire process of finding and purchasing your ideal property in Italy. Send an email to legal@expats. So send an email to legal@expatslivinginrome.com and schedule a free call to discuss how can we help you. Now, I found under this post a lot of services and agents who are ready to help people in case they want to buy a property. I would highly recommend to everyone who would like to buy a property in Italy, the support of one reliable agency, someone who has very good feedbacks, first of all, not a scammer, because obviously there are always scammers, but it's important to find someone reliable. And I see that through Facebook. Now, if I'm an expat myself, I'd say that I'm sure most of these are reliable services. All right, so there is this one. Then let's read the following comment. Now, someone says, have a look to the website called www.sicilia1.com. Okay, so they're just expert consultants in Sicily. So for people, because I've noticed that many of these agents and agencies are divided by region, which is good. Once you know the region the location where you would like to relocate, anyway, if it's in Apulia, if it's in Sicily, in Sardinia, obviously try to find someone who can help you very close to where you want to buy. Then, take your time and visit us, Residence Il Melograno, Marina di Cecina, near the sea in Tuscany. This is someone who's trying to promote their residence, their B&B, maybe because they're looking for they're traveling for holiday in September, so they might advertise their own B&B. Then someone says, no mate, stay in Australia, visit Italy, travel around, learn Italian to at least a B1 certificate, visit Italian immigration department. They will tell you what things you need. Okay, this, let's say, is a comment who is saying, stay in Australia, but anyway, visit Italy, travel around, kind of get a B1 certificate. I don't think it's really strictly necessary to have a B1 certificate. Obviously, it's important to have a basic knowledge of the language. Now, Puglia in the heel of Italy is a perfect place to relocate. I did this nearly 15 years ago from UK and haven't regretted for a moment. So I'm happy to see that there is someone who took this decision and they're extremely happy. Property prices are affordable. The food and wine are amazing. Lot of beaches to choose from, plenty of sunshine so you can enjoy the Adriatic or Ionian coast about the sea, and the people are super friendly. I agree. Plus, there's a good expat community. Yes, it's true. True, in between Lecce province and Brindisi province, Valle d'Itria and Salento. Yes. I can also put in touch with an estate agent here who speaks English if you like. I love Puglia so much that I have written a blog about it. Now, let's see, interesting. Let's promote Puglian Pleasures. So it's called www.puglianpleasures.com. So this person has a blog. Nice. Anyway, it's always nice to find the more information as possible, the better. So more than happy to help you find your dream home here. So she's still recommending Puglian Pleasure. So today I'm going to do something new. So because I choose this post on Facebook in this group, Expats Living in Italy, at the end of the video, maybe it might be harder to find this post because I'd say that it would also be very interesting after watching the video to go and see the post itself. So I will share the post in my Facebook group called Expats Living in Italy. Like this, you can find straight away what I'm talking about, and all the links that I'm promoting now, you can also directly find over there. Then someone says, do you have Italian citizenship? You don't really need to have Italian citizenship to buy a property in Italy. Now, I can highly recommend Lucca, wonderful town, English-speaking community, but not too touristy. Lucca Italian School is also good. In case of question, PM me. All right. Now, I also want to say that I will make a video very soon, maybe tomorrow, after tomorrow, that I started giving Italian lessons. Now, I'm not a teacher. I'm not a professional Italian teacher, but a friend of mine from Ireland contacted me. He's studying a bit of Italian and he wanted to have a bit of conversation. So I started with him with giving a lesson for free for now. I'm still not asking money anyway. I'm trying to do everything for free at the moment, simply because I'm enjoying. But let's say also to test myself if I have this ability to teach. Anyway, it depends if he's happy. So then I can also start promoting this type of service with you that you are following my channel, in case you are interested to have Italian, to learn a bit of Italian through conversation. Anyway, I only started developing last week, was my very first lesson. For now, 1 week, one lesson a week, it's more than enough. Then, I'm an Australian living here and I have a Facebook page dedicated to Australians living or wanted to live in Bella Italia. I'll PM you the details if you are interested. Now, it's a pity she's not sharing the link or the name of the Facebook page, but anyway, so there are plenty nowadays. They're growing every day like mushrooms. But I'm very happy about these services that are helping expats to relocate in Italy. Obviously, always recommend you to find someone extremely reliable. Now, I'm not one of these. I'm only here to share as much information as possible, anyway, through my channel where I like to talk about Italy. So then I would highly recommend a B1 certification in Italian first. Sounds exciting. Yes, anyway, the language, it's important, but I'd say not extremely important. Then, obviously, once you're living here, you'll get familiar with Italian language. Anywhere we go in the world, and then we start automatically with basic, and then slowly improving the language. Then, have you spent any time in Italy? Being here as a tourist is far different than living here, especially if you have no command of the language. Dealing with the enormous amount of bureaucracy, utility companies, healthcare, all in Italian is very difficult. I would visit several different areas before deciding about moving. You should also research the tax implication on living in Italy. Italy taxes you on your worldwide income. Yes, that's true. Then let's see. Don't worry. You see, the previous comment was focus on the language, because without language it's very hard. But the following comment just says, don't worry about the language. So this is totally the opposite of what the previous comment said. It will come. So don't worry about the language. It will come. People will tell you that you need to be at B1 standard and blah, 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 blah. You see? But if you're not applying for citizenship, then that doesn't matter. And I totally agree. Do start learning the basic, though. Why not? I mean, to learn the basic is essential. I just bought an apartment in Pisa at the end of May, so recently, someone who only a month ago bought a property in Italy. First week here, and I needed an appointment at the CAF, CAF. So CAF is an office where they help you with the taxes. To pay my IMU tax, I needed a new boiler because the one in the apartment was 23 years old and dangerous. The same, it happened to me when I bought the property, so I had to change the boiler. Quite old, not the best, better to have a new one. I got everything sorted with nothing more than very basic Italian, smiling, and Google Translate. I really like this comment because it's very positive. And to be honest, if you want to take this big step, you must be positive. I mean, then better not do it. Go for it. Our son just got his Australian citizenship, and so on. They will visit Australia. Property where, city or small place, which region? Exactly. That's very important. Really very, very important to choose the location first. Once you know the location, not even the region, because the regions are big. So I'd say to focus, to have an idea about which town, which place. Once you know exactly the place where you would like to relocate, then everything will be much easier. So you don't have to know Italian, but it helps, of course. But anyway, this is what I'm also recommending. You don't have to know, but it helps. If you're looking in Puglia, Norton Tanzarella in Ostuni can help you. Let's say that a lot of these services and agents are not Italian. So we are talking about expats who maybe moved and they started their own business now or a few years ago, and they're helping other expats who would like to move to Italy. So his name is Norton Tanzarella. This is the agency we use to buy our house in Oria. Wow, interesting, because Oria is in Brindisi province and I only recently made a video about properties for sale in Oria. English speaking and very helpful and very good at what they do. Very, very interesting. And someone else says, for example, Basilicata. So there is a website called Live in Basilicata, um, liveinbasilicata.com. So there is the website. Again, I'm gonna share this post on my Facebook group, Italy a Place to Love, so it will be easier for you to find all these interesting links. Yes, you can buy a property. You just need a codice fiscale, which is a registration number, an identification number for the taxes, like a national insurance number. Yes, you apply for one from your local Italian consulate. Um, you can buy property, and if you're looking in Puglia near Lecce, Andrea with Immobiliare Marangio can definitely help you out. He helped me with purchasing my home. So most of the people now who are writing the comments under the post are already people who most of them they already purchased, and they have provided anyway a service that helped them uh, to buy the property. Also, anyway, for the language. And anyway, you can contact these people at the same time and having feedbacks and so on. There are different options of quality apartments for rent, studio, shared apartments, and three-room apartments. The minimum rental period is 1 month, but contracts of 3 months or more are preferred. The accommodations are furnished. I don't know if they're advertising something. Located near the city center with easy access to public transport. They are exclusively intended for young professional and international students, but I don't see any link. Now, hi, I'm a real estate agent working with Remax Ideale in Florence. Now, Remax is a famous estate agent. If you are interested in purchasing a property in Florence, feel free to contact me. You see, you will find all my details on my page, Loredana Berbece, Remax Ideale. Have a great day. If they are promoting their businesses, I can say name and surname. I don't see it as a problem. I like to make advertising anyway. Such a cute couple might want to rent first. They have nice leases which you make contacts and look for your home. Hello here. We are British, don't know what or where you are looking, but we have rentals with house which is also up for sale, up to chat. casaconvista.co.uk. So they have a website. Casa con Vista means home with a view. So they're probably selling properties in Italy. They're British. I like to see that. I like it to see all these foreigners, let's say, starting their own businesses, because for me, what is important is to promote Italy. For me, it's always good to see people who wants to live in Italy. So I don't see any problems for people who would like to, if there are more expats coming and buying and living and appreciating the country and loving the country, for me, it's fantastic. And anyway, from this point of view, Italian people are very friendly. So let me understand this. You are moving to Italy so that you can find expat life, and what guidance on where to find properties you might like from strangers. Not sure if this move is right for you. Please reconsider. You should want to go to Italy because you love the country and their culture, lifestyle, and because you want to become part of it. That includes learning the Italian language. You are a guest and have a duty to integrate, not the other way. No, I totally disagree with this comment. He is Italian who wrote this comment. You don't have any duty. You come here, you do whatever you want. There's no written rule that you have to, I mean, you are simply someone who is investing. First of all, you are bringing your money, you do whatever you want. You are not begging, you are not doing asking any charity, you are not asking any help from the government. So from this point of view, we should understand that there are two different types of immigration. Okay, so the immigration from the expats are people who are maybe a pensioner, they want to relocate, they want to enjoy their life. Why you should care about learning? I mean, that's an entertainment to be in contact with locals and to learn about the the costume, the life in Italy, let's say, but you don't have any duty to integrate. I mean, you do whatever you want. You are coming here. If I want to buy a house in Australia, or if I want to buy a house, I don't know, anywhere, do I have to integrate? No, I do. If I'm not begging, technically I'm free to do whatever I want. This Italian mentality is so wrong. Hopefully it's gonna change in a few years. There are some Italians who are really destroying the country with this negative mentality. I don't know, they are maybe oppressed, they are mentally damaged. And so let me understand, you are moving to Italy so that you can find an expat life. Of course, why not? I mean, I might go to Ireland and I'm looking for Italians simply because my English is not good and I'm spending, the majority of the Italians are only spending time, the Italians abroad are only spending time with Italians. You can barely find Italians who are well integrating. But come on. No, totally disagree. Search previous post. Australia cannot buy property easily, and if you do not speak Italian, it will make things harder, but obviously not impossible. Yeah, there are some law, there is some bureaucracy that stops Australian. I don't know why. Depends also where you want to move to. Some areas have near zero English presence. So I might not recommend, because if you're looking for English speakers, and actually every Italian should speak two languages. I'd say in 2025, an Italian should speak Italian and also English, because it helps the economy. If you're speaking a second language, you might invite anyway investors from other parts of the world simply because they find a friendly English-speaking country, which is always good. What I'm trying to do. Anyway, you can't buy property as an Aussie, pretty sure. You better start the project by looking at visa option. Try renting for 90 days, pick country life, city life, option C. Look on YouTube, yes. Now, welcome, contact me for support. They are not giving any link. Do not buy, not until you have actually lived here for a few years. I could recommend this, yes. To be honest, 1 year, 2 years, and then you are sure. I wouldn't really invest money straight away if you really don't know what you're looking for, and in particular if you're not very familiar with the Italian life. Now, it's always better to speak some local language. Yes, of course. So now here someone said, we use a home in Italy, Dave Benton, which it seems like is a good, a quite famous YouTuber. I think so. Tell me if I'm wrong. To purchase our home in Fara San Martino. So he helped. ahomeinitaly.com. A home in Italy, searching for and buying property in Italy has just got a whole lot easier with our property portal. Fantastic advice. Capestrano in provincia d'Abruzzo. Someone wrote a book, Falling in Love Again, in Florence, Romantic Itineraries, Hidden Gems and Best Cultural Experience for Couple, Lovers. You can buy on Amazon. I'm also planning a trip in October to look at property and start a life in Italy. So I can also see that many people are looking to buy. We live in Siena, Tuscany, and my husband can help to find a house with his colleague Ian Bunch, speak English, Italian, and know all about it. We purchased in North Puglia. You need a plan, moving permanently. You should check out the 7% income tax areas. There's requirements for resident visas. Good luck and may the road rise up and meet you. If you're thinking about moving to Italy, here are a few tips. Start early with paperwork, bureaucracy. All right. Anyway, there are so many comments. Someone is recommending move to Sardinia. I would like to move to Como Lake, but it's too expensive. Como Lake is one of the most expensive areas with Portofino. There are a few areas, Polignano a Mare in Apulia, Portofino, Como Lake. Maybe some areas in Tuscany are very, very expensive. All right, my friends, so here I am considering learning some Italian, and your experience will be more meaningful and fun. Consider Liguria also, salentodreamers.com. So you can find the post and all these links also on my Facebook group called Italy, a Place to Love. All right, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video, Expat Expectations, and I'll see you here on Italy, a Place to Love YouTube channel to my next video. Bye!